will rebel. But of course, as a nation, the Jewish people will always remain loyal to Hashem. Now, verse 22. Moshe wrote this song on that day. Moshe completed the Torah, and he taught it to the children of Israel. He commanded Yehoshua, son of Nun, and said, "Be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the children of Israel to the land that I have sworn to them, and I shall be with you." So it was that when Moshe finished writing the words of this Torah onto a book until their conclusion, Moshe commanded the Levites, the bearers of the Ark of the Covenant of Hashem, saying, "Take this book of the Torah and place it at the side of the Ark of the Covenant of Hashem, your God, and it shall be there for you as a witness." Moshe gave the original scroll of Torah to the tribe of Levites, to the Kohanim, and they were supposed to keep that original Sefer Torah inside the Mishkan, inside the Holy of Holies, in the Ark of the Covenant, next to the tablets of the Ten Commandments. And this Sefer Torah was used in the future to check the validity of the scrolls that were copied. They would bring it out once in a while and compare it to the new scrolls that were written from the 12 scrolls that other tribes had. Now, verse 27. "For I know your rebelliousness and your stiff neck. Behold, while I am still alive with you today, you have been rebels against Hashem, and surely after my death." Even Moshe's presence did not stop the Jewish people. Jewish people are free thinkers. They are independent. They are not blind masses following one leader. They ask questions. They question authority. And that is what makes us great. That is what makes us so strong. And no false prophet can turn us off the path. We will question, and we will be stiff-necked, we will be stubborn, and we are not going to follow anyone who tries to convince us. Now, verse 28. "Gather to me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, and I shall speak these words into their ears, and call heaven and earth to bear witness against them." Hashem called heaven and earth as witnesses against the Jewish people to carry out the punishment as well. That if the Jewish people are not doing what they have to, the earth will not produce the fruit, and the heaven will not give rain. And the land of Israel will vomit the Jewish people out. "For I know that after my death you will surely act corruptly, and you will stray from the path that I have commanded you, and evil will befall you at the end of days, if you do what is evil in the eyes of Hashem, to anger him through your handiwork." This is a prophecy, but at the same time, he gives them a way out. If you do what is evil in the eyes of Hashem, to anger him, then all these curses are going to come. However, even though that's what we expect to happen, but the decision is still up to you. This is the big question. How is it that Hashem knows what we're going to choose, and still we have freedom to choose? This is an example where Hashem tells the Jewish people, "I know that you are going to sin. I know that you will be corrupt." But at the same time, he gives them a choice. If you do what is evil in the eyes of Hashem, but you have a choice not to do evil, you have a choice to do good. This is a philosophical question. and we generally answered that since Hashem is outside of time, He's not bound by time and not space. For Him, the entire history of the world is as if it's happening right now. We cannot understand it because we are bound by time. And so for Him, the future already happened. The past already is still happening. The present is both past, present, and future. So He knows exactly what we are going to do. But we, bound on time, still have the choice. Now, the last verse, 30. Moshe spoke the words of this song, the Torah, into the ears of the entire congregation of Israel until their conclusion. And as we're going to read in Parashat Vezot Beracha, there is an argument who wrote the last few verses of Torah, the verses that speak about Moshe's death. Is it possible that Moshe wrote about his own death? If not, who wrote them? So some say yes, the last few verses Yehoshua wrote. However, some say that just like all prophecies in the Torah, the last few verses were prophetic, and Hashem told Moshe, you have to write these verses about your own death. And Moshe sat there and he was crying, and while crying, he was writing about his own death. This concludes Parashat Vayelech. Everyone should have Gmar Chatima Tova, Shana Tova Umituka. Be'ezat Hashem. We will continue next week after Yom Kippur with Parashat Ha'azinu. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.